Yeah, this video is just a follow-up to the Hitomi magical girl video thingy that I made that's connected to the concept trailer. So if you stumbled upon this video and you haven't seen my analysis on Hitomi and the concept trailer, I urge you to watch that before watching this video, because this is kind of a continuation, or more so it's like clarification to something that I said in there, so it makes more sense to watch that before watching this. So yeah, go do that! Okay, so I just basically want to clarify a couple of things that I said within the... Well, actually, I just want to clarify one thing that I said in the Hitomi becoming a magical girl video. Now, the first thing is that there's a part of the video toward the end where I basically say... I don't remember the exact words, but I essentially say something along the lines of magical girls don't exist in Homoda's Witch's Barrier. I actually meant to word that a little differently. What I really meant to say at that part was, so essentially Homoda has created a status quo where everybody who lives within her world is essentially has been demoted to that of being like a normal human. It's like they have the ability to be magical girls, but the status quo in Homoda's world is for everybody to behave as though they're normal. So essentially, it's as though they're not really magical girls, even though they technically are, if that makes any sense. I forgot to mention that in the video, but I caught it after I recorded it and uploaded it, so I just wanted to have a little bit of a follow-up. Now, the other thing that I want to say, but this is really more so of a question than anything else, because I'm sure that even before this video goes up, it's gonna be something that's mentioned. There are a lot of people who are speculating that Hitomi could potentially become a magical girl. Now, my only issue with her becoming one is the fact that what reason does Hitomi have to actually become a magical girl? Like, if you look at it from a logical perspective, it's the sort of thing where there's currently, like, from my perspective, there is no good reason for her to become a magical girl in the next movie. I'm not saying that it won't happen. I'm not saying that it shouldn't happen. I'm just saying that as of now, with what we know of the series, there is no reason for her to become one. It's like, what value does Hitomi being a magical girl really add to the series, other than her becoming one for the sake of becoming one? It's like, there's nothing, like, tragic about her life, or there is no need for it, is what I'm trying to say. It's like there's no need for it. So that's why I always find myself questioning people, because ever since the concept trailer came out, that's like the number one thing that I always hear people say. Oh, Hitomi's gonna become a magical girl. It's totally gonna happen because she knows about magic. And my attitude has always been, well, I mean, okay, she knows something about magic, but like, what reason does she have to make a wish? There's nothing going on that has been presented in the series that shows as to why she would need to make one. I mean, what is Kyosuke gonna cheat on her and she's gonna wish for him to die or something like that, and she's gonna become a magical girl that way? Like, that's the only thing she really has. I mean, the only way that she could potentially become one that I guess might make sense would be if something was presented in the next movie or the next season that would make it that would give a need for her to become one. But even as I say that, it's really hard to think of one. Like, I can't really think of a reason. It's like she doesn't have a tragic life, and her becoming a magical girl, I doubt would do anything to help the girls fight Homoda. Especially because I'm sure if she were to become a magical girl, she would be a complete rookie. Should it happen in the fourth movie, and I can't see her having a lot of potential either. I mean, it's the kind of thing where it's like Kyubey always made it seem like a magical girl's power was always connected to their potential and what was going on within their lives or whatever. And Hitomi she never struck me as being a person that had a miserable life. So it's the kind of thing where even if she were to make a wish, I mean, first and foremost, what would she wish for? And secondly, how strong would she even be? I mean, it's one thing if, for Madoka to make a wish and for her to become, and for her to have all the potential that she did because of all the times that Homoda kind of, altered, what was going on, and like all of Madoka's like previous past existences, like, constantly rewinding time. So it makes sense why Madoka's karmic destiny would be the way that it is. But Hitomi, there's nothing shown in the series that displays that she has anything really going on, like in her past lives or anything. It's like there's nothing. It doesn't show anything. So what I'm trying to say is that if there's anybody out there who can come up with a good reason as to why Hitomi should become a magical girl, like not for her to become one just for the sake of becoming one. Like, if somebody can like present a really, good reason, that would be really awesome. So yeah, so if you can present one, just let me know in the comments, because as I said, a part of me wanted to touch bases on her becoming a magical girl in the video that I made about my speculation as to what her role could be. But as I was, thinking about it, I couldn't come up with anything. I literally couldn't come up with a good reason for why it would make sense, which is why I didn't touch bases on it very much in the video. It's like I say that people are talking about it, and I essentially just gave what I think her role could be. So yeah, that's pretty much it. That's all I really wanted to say. This is just me just kind of rambling here. I just had a thought and I just wanted to express it. So thank you for listening, and I'll catch you later. Bye-bye. So yeah, I just want to add that I know that Hitomi had that whole third like in the third movie, I know that she had a moment where she was like really like upset and pissed over Kyosuke not spending enough time with her. I mean, I don't feel like there's enough in that would warrant her becoming a magical girl. I just want to point that out, because I'm sure that if somebody responds to this video in the comment, I'm willing to bet $1 million they're going to bring that up. They're going to say, oh, well, he told me she should become a magical girl because of such and such reason with Kyosuke, because she was upset and because she was being selfish. Or, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that reason. Like, I don't know how to say it. It's like, yes, that did happen, but what about that makes it, what about that justifies her becoming a magical girl? I mean, what, she's gonna make a wish about him spending more time with her? That just doesn't feel, that doesn't feel like a good enough reason. I mean, when you look at the Madoka Magica series and you look at all the characters who make wishes, like Kyoko made a wish because she wanted to help her father who was struggling, and because, I guess partly because they were poor. Mami made a wish because she wanted to live, because she was about to die. Sayaka made a wish because she wanted to heal, like the fingers of the love of her life so that he could play. Madoka made a wish because she wanted to freaking save, humanity in the form of, like, all the girls that made wishes, etc., etc. And yes, I intentionally decided not to add Homina. But anyway, so it's like, for Hitomi to make a wish that's connected to Kyosuke, like, oh my god, I want him to spend more time with me. Like, oh my god, he's ignoring me, so I want to make a wish to change that. When you compare the idea of her making a wish that's connected to Kyosuke in that way to all the other girls who have made wishes based on, like, really tragic circumstances, like, it makes, like, I just feel like if Hitomi ends up making a wish that's, like, really superficial, I almost feel like that's gonna be, like, pissing on the series. That's like pissing on all the other girls and all the wishes that they made because of the tragic circumstances. Like, for Hitomi to make, like, a stupid wish based on, like, oh, I want this guy to spend more time with me. I just realized something. Kyosuke is a real douche. Like, he really, like, when you consider how he treated Sayaka, it's the kind of thing where Sayaka, like, she visited him in the hospital all the time, and obviously Kyosuke doesn't know that, she's the reason why he can play a violin, but he really didn't treat her like he really gave a fuck. I mean, maybe that's just me, but I just think that because of the fact that Sayaka, was visiting him all the time and was really nice to him and brought him music, I just felt like she should have been treated just a little bit more special. Like, it's not like Kyosuke technically treated her bad. He just didn't treat her like she was anything special. Even though, as far as we know, she was probably the only one that actually was visiting him when he was lying in the hospital feeling sorry for himself. I mean, when did we see Kyosuke's parents, like, show up at all? I mean, as far as we know, they probably don't even give a shit about him, because we didn't see them visiting him in the hospital at all. We didn't see Kyosuke's parents visit him in the hospital at all that whole time. It was always Sayaka. I mean, we did see Kyosuke's dad afterwards, but I just thought it was kind of strange that we didn't see more of them. I mean, considering the fact that their son is in a freaking hospital with his legs that were completely ricocheted from something, and his hands are fucked up too. It's like, it would have made sense to have seen them a little bit more. But I just find it weird how they didn't go out of their way to give us that. That is so fucking weird. But what was I saying? I think I actually lost my train of thought. What was the original point of this video? Oh, the point of this video was that, if you're gonna, like, leave a comment saying that, oh, Hitomi should make a wish, Hitomi's gonna become a magical girl because she's gonna get pissed off at Kyosuke because, he didn't spend enough time with her because of the third movie. I mean, you can say that, but I really hope that I really hope that you give like a better reason than that. Like, you know, like give me more details as to why. Like give me a better reason. I'm just gonna be honest. That's not a good reason. Please, if you're gonna give me a better reason than that, I'm sorry. That's a shitty reason for her to become a magical girl. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Okay, so I guess that's all I wanted to say about that. Yeah, this is just me being random. I'm just talking and yeah, that's it. I'm done.